Hey, what is up there guys, this is Cob, and as some of you are aware, I've been following this shit out of the Ashes of Creation project, over like the past year really. You know, it's a up and coming MMO. If you haven't heard about it, then what the fucking hell is wrong with you, right? It's an MMO that's trying a lot of new stuff, and every month they have this developer live stream where they talk about changes in the game, they show off some footage in the game, they showed off like some kind of world raid encounters in last month's stream as well, and that was really cool to see. So I just thought I'd drop a video today, basically reacting to the goddamn live stream. So yeah, let's see what they've got to cover, man. Drop any thoughts and feelings and concerns and anything like that in the comments down below this video. I'd love to see what you guys think about this project so far. Personally, just until they kind of get into the meat and potatoes of the whole thing, Ashes of Creation for me, I mean, it's probably a few years away. We've got to get that out of the way first and foremost. So a lot of things are still subject to change. They're still polishing things like combat and class design, and many things are still kind of like a work in progress, you know. So it's an amazing time to be giving feedback to the devs, especially that they're making such an effort to stay kind of in touch with and kind of bouncing ideas back and forth between themselves and the community on a monthly basis with streams like this. So that's really good. The ideas that they're working on, honestly, are the main thing that have me interested, right? The scope of the game is just obscenely huge. The node system, the fact that the players have autonomy, at least in theory, to level up a village into a town, and then a town into a city, and then a city into like a capital or like a metropolis, you know, is incredible. The player housing is amazing. The class design, or like the concepts behind the classes, really good and really interesting as well. So I've got my eyes on those things. Main concerns that I've got, that I'm hoping that we can kind of glean how things are coming along when they eventually get to like a footage section of the live stream. The actual gameplay mechanics, okay? How responsive does it feel when you hit your keybind to shoot out a fireball, or to reflect a spell, or drop a stun or whatever, you know? How reactive are we talking, man? Because that's something that World of Warcraft has always had on other MMOs. The fucking combat, man, is so fluid and so slick and so responsive, you know, that, man, you don't realize how good WoW's combat is until you actually play another MMO and you're like, wow, man, this feels clunky. Okay, I just used poison shot or like poison arrow with my bow, but I didn't even see the animation. I feel like it didn't do anything. Like, MMOs have this fucking problem, you know, so I'm really hoping that they can nail down the combat, and that's the main thing I'm looking forward to when I check out the gameplay itself. They also did some duels actually on the live stream a little while back, but honestly, the devs are so bad at their own game that it's difficult to judge just how the combat is coming along. So yeah, I hope that we get some decent footage in the stream, man. And with that, let's enable the audio, man. And yeah, I'm going to try not to pause the live stream too much, but at the same time, I might have to pause it in certain areas just to rattle on about what I'm thinking and feeling. So let's do this, boys.
And so thank you. That's huge.
Man, can I just say, for fuck's sake, man, Kevin, couldn't you have cleaned your fucking room a bit, man, before the goddamn stream started? What's all those wires and shit all over the floor, man? Like, all you can see in my god, at least I have a blocker, you know? It's just a fucking clothes hanger that would just, like, drape the sheet over so you guys can't see the kitchen behind us. And thank fuck for that, you know what I'm saying? But come on, man, Kevin, what's all this shit? What's going on over here, man? It's like, it's complete bedlam, you know? You got Steven's room is looking all, look how beautiful that is. Everything outside of Steven's room where, like, the camera's seen, I bet it's just a complete skip. I bet it's just a goddamn disaster. But besides that, you know, it looks all, that little slice of room that we have there is looking beautiful, you know what I'm saying? And same with Marguerite's. But Kevin, come on, man, you gotta be up in your game, dude. You know you're going live. Get it together, man.
And of course, we have a very long video for you all. It's about 30 minutes.
30 minutes
so
video.
We'll be playing that next. But I think you wanted to mention one more thing, Stephen.
Yes.
Yeah. No,
yes,
fuck off, man, Stephen. We want to get in the video.
I didn't have an opportunity
30 minutes goddamn
see our
gameplay
announcement
footage?
yesterday.
Oh man, this might be a long
We did
video,
have to
boys.
give a bittersweet farewell to
Well, I
Jeffrey
can't show the
Barter,
full thing
game
because
designer.
copyright, but I don't want to get into
Jeffrey
trouble.
has
You know what
been
I'm
on
saying?
the project for
Is, an Alpha 1 preview.
Man, they've been streaming for like 21 minutes and just been like random stories and developer updates and like studio updates and shit. Like, come on, man, just get to the goddamn footage.
real quick. There is one particular bug you're going to notice in this video,
Okay.
and it is a UI bug that constantly shows a headline of like a control point being taken. So apologies for that.
Yeah,
it is
that's
alpha.
whatever, man.
There's still a lot of, in a month, this particular system, the Sieges, is going to be in a much, much better state, but at least you get to see a preview of it now. And it's pretty fun, right? On the networking side, I think we had almost 300
We're going to get to see
participants,
Sieges, boys.
in
This
the
was a
Siege
good
for the
one to
first
choose to
test,
record on
which
this
was
one, man.
kind of crazy.
I didn't know this was coming.
And then I guild-centric,
Oh, shit.
community-centric.
Look like Asmund
it's
Bald is in the
it's a
chat,
risk
man.
versus reward,
Chat's
that
going
people can opt
crazy.
into, and
All right. Well, we're going to play this video and we'll see you all in about 30 minutes.
Okay, yes, sick. Let's go, dude.
glorious ashes of creation community.
Good, let me just turn this down a little bit, man. In fact, I'll just mute the damn stream for now. Look at that. I'm a dude. I really appreciate the lack of clipping that's going on as well. I think there's a little bit of clipping going on between, like, the tabard and the fucking shoulder plate, but besides that, man, that looks clean, slick, and glorious, man. I mean, the helmet looks like a bit of a bucket with antlers, but apart from that, like, everything else looks so goddamn clean there, dude. I'm also extremely pleased with the way that the UI is coming along. Again, it's probably really subject to a lot of changes. But just how minimalist it is, I can't stand when UIs have chat boxes and tooltips and fucking, just all kinds of craziness going on, you know? This looks really, really clean, man. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's turn on the audio, dude.
But as you can see here, I am joined by the most glorious of defenders to have ever
Yes.
walked the face of Vera. Show
Okay,
me your
dude.
teeth, defenders. Jump, rise. For this day we fight.
Okay, dude.
Defense of our homes. All right, sorry. Just wanted to RP a little bit.
A little bit of RP action. This looks fucking cool, man. Yeah, I really, really like the lighting in this game. FPS on the fire looks about fucking 20 FPS or something. The shadows look a little bit lacking. I can't see shadows under any characters. I don't know if that's because they've turned the quality way down or because the room's not very well lit, or because they've just turned the quality down for performance purposes, but looks pretty fucking crispy to me, dude. It looks nice. I like how the textures on like these rocks here and stuff, you see that? That's the kind of thing that I'm looking at, right? Or maybe you guys can't see that, but the textures don't look flat. You know, in like a lot of MMOs, they kind of have like a paintbrush when they're designing the world, so it's like they want the ground to look a certain way, so they just click on like muddy bricks texture, and then they just kind of paint it over the wall, and it's like completely flat, you know, if you look too close. It doesn't look like that in Ashes. A lot of the textures look very, very three-dimensional. Like these walls here, and like these walls here and stuff, they're very shapely, man. It just looks nice. It gives it more of that photorealistic kind of appearance to it, man. Where like the wall is actually built of individual blocks. There's something to be said about that, man. It looks clean.
Perfect.
Okay.
Just to give you guys an idea of what we want to do here.
So what's going down, man?
Siege zone has a couple, actually it has 3 dragons. You saw one of them in the last stream. We're going to take you over, and I think what we're going to start with is trying to take down that frost dragon, because he's been over there causing some storms and some snow, and killing
So we
dragons
see some
in
PvE
the
first,
siege
or?
actually gives you buffs. So before we actually get into a fight with
Okay.
the incoming attackers, who we believe will be here shortly, we're going to try to get ourselves a buff by defeating that frost
Okay.
dragon. What do you guys say we run out of these?
So that's interesting. So during the siege, these world bosses actually spawn. So you're going to have attacks and defenders, what kind of sparring over them in the surrounding area before the siege actually begins. Or you can like split into 2 groups and like send 10 people to try to slyly clear the world boss, you know? And if they're doing the world boss but they're doing it too slowly, you can sound the alarm and all rush out to defend the damn world boss. That is cool, man. It also really supports that solo impact gameplay style that I really, really like. I mean, there's something to be said, right, about like massive siege battles and huge Zerg fists and stuff like that, where it's like you're a bard or whatever, and you're just auraing the fuck out of everybody. And that's really, really cool. You're like storming into, a breach in the walls, or you broke down the gates and it's like, fucking charge! You all go running in, and that's grand. But that can get a little bit tiresome. Sometimes if you're playing a character like a rogue, or like a stealthy kind of hunter, or any kind of character with like invisibility, or that's really, really good at killing single targets, man, if you want to play like a defend the dragon style piece of gameplay style, and you're just picking people off as they're trying to kill one of these fucking dragons, you're on like the defending side and they're the attackers and they're trying to snipe one of these dragons, and you just jump on the healer at the back, blow him the fuck up, maybe at the same time as the boss is using like an AoE, so he can't move out of the AoE, you fucking stun lock him or whatever. That's cool, man. That's really, really cool. The thing that Elder Scrolls Online did really, really well with Cyrodiil is that you could have a lot of solo impact, man, if you were like a kind of stealthy character that was built for more solo combat, You could have a lot of impact, man, if you snuck around the back lines, you're like torching the siege weapons and stuff, like burning down the siege weapons and ganking healers way at the back, and then you'd run off into the hills and hide, But let's check this out, man. Let's check this dragon action out. How far is it from the actual castle?
So, who worked on this dragon, by the way?
Chong did.
Who worked on this dragon, you know what I'm saying?
I hear that this guy has actually quite a punchy pack.
Yeah, so he's got a
So not gonna lie.
mechanics. The biggest one is gonna be...
Look at that ice, dude. Okay, that's not what I wasn't gonna lie about. I'm not lying about that either. That ice looks fucking crispy, man. I want to lick that ice, you know what I'm saying? It is minty. Little bit jarring how suddenly the terrain changed from like a tropical kind of something in between plains and like oasis style trees and stuff into boom, ice. But I guess it's kind of explained away by the fact that, the dragon is exuding winter winds or something like that, Maybe the dragon itself is responsible for the change in the biosphere here, which I kind of think that's cool. But the thing I'm always very, very wary about with MMOs and the world is when... This is something that WoW does really, really badly. It's like, well, I'm crossing from... Like, what the fuck? What are two zones that are right next to each other? Like, Silver Pine Forest to Hillsbrad Foothills. How hard would it be for them to kind of blend those two zones together a little bit? It doesn't. The grass is purple on one side and, like, really dark. Then the other side is like, boom, bright green, moss green, And it's like, ugh, not so hot. Okay, man, let's check this out, though. Okay. So, it's actually nice to be watching this, if I just turn down a little. It's nice to be watching this not knowing what his character does. I want to see how nice and telegraphed his abilities are, He's not really pressing much right now. Okay, what's he got going on? Some goddamn fireball action, resisted. Ugh, magic can be resisted in this game completely. It's resisting fucking everything, man. Okay. So I'm not going to lie, the combat from what I've seen so far, and even in this clip right here, it looks very kind of Elder Scrolls Online-y. Can he move while animation locked? That's something I'm really curious to see as well. Does he have to stand still while casting a spell, or does it just reduce his movement speed a bit, Because right now, whenever he casts an ability, he's standing still. Okay. Oh, alright, man. Ooh, dude. So he moved a little bit there while casting that spell. Maybe it's only some spells or something you can move while casting. But move while casting with reduced move speed or something, I think that's a very excellent design choice. Things don't look super responsive. It's hard to tell because he's not really casting many abilities. That looked clean and fast. That little blink action that he had going on, that looked really, really nice. Yeah, man, that blink animation, that looks clean, dude. I like the look of that a lot. Okay. So yeah, the things with the combat in this game is they're going for something in between tab targeting and kind of real-time like action style combat. So you're responsible. I don't know actually, do you have to click for like every weapon swing? Because it kind of looked like that for a moment there. He was attacking while he was out of range of the dragon, and obviously he was like, oh, out of range messages coming up, but he was actually still swinging the mace about. So I don't know how that's going to work in PvP. If the latency is anything close to being an issue, that could be fucking frustrating. But we'd actually have to see a closer look at PvP to actually see if that's going to be a thing that's a problem. Okay, boss mechanics. We got ice flying all over the place and shit. Clean, cool. Didn't look very punishing, honestly. I would have liked to see him, like, just die fucking horribly to that, because he got hit, like, 2-3 times there, maybe more. I'd like to see people dying miserably to that, honestly. Oh my god, man. Okay, mayors and stuff are being elected right now. Get all that shit off the screen, man. What's all that nonsense? Okay. So yeah, some of the spells look really, really responsive. Like, he hits the button, and it's like, bam, like, really quick animation, tosses the spell out, it goes on cooldown. Crisp, easy, and quick. Some spells look a little bit clunkier. Okay, so he counts as... Okay, yeah, look, target is not in range. So yeah, he was just swinging his mace right there without actually being in range of the target, and he was still able to do it. So that tells me that the auto attacks in the game... Well, there's no such thing as auto attacks, right? It seems to be that you manually are swinging your weapon and jumping around, and I kind of like that. My only concern is latency, and anybody with even a little bit of latency going on in PvP as a melee. You know, you feel like you're right next to somebody, so you're spam attacking, but it's just saying that you're out of range, you know, because one of you is lagging.
I'm out of mana. Oh, no.
Okay, so this is interesting. Yeah, he's actually out of mana.
You don't want to stand in the middle of that.
I can't move.
No.
Oh, Dread, you loser. What's the matter with you, man?
Alright, someone res
Okay, so his mana regens very quickly.
Attackers? I see
And
attackers.
actually, someone just gave him back mana right there. Someone actually restored his mana there. I don't know what that shit was. I don't know if that's... Maybe that's one of the bards, man. I'm excited to play a bard, you know? Okay, oh my god, dude. That killed like half of the fucking raid in one swath of cold air, dude.
I want to see what the dragon's doing.
Quick, everyone. Back.
Whoa.
Probably being kited back to
Those ballista shot explosions look pretty fucking sweet.
I
Harper.
will stand tall in front of the gates and
Ooh,
defend
I just
us.
saw a trebuchet
What's
fire.
up? Did they die all at the fucking dragon just now, so they've all had to come back to the fucking castle, dude? No, come on, man. You gotta go finish the goddamn dragon, man. Come on, dude. You can't give that away to the goddamn attackers. What's the matter with you?
Sweet.
And the ice dragon reset, man. They just wiped like fucking dingbats, dude. Goddamn dingbats. You designed that mob. How can you die to it, man? It's like Skynet. Okay, here comes a lot of dingbats. How much damage does that do? 210 damage? People only have like 1,000 health, man. So that's pretty,
They must be hiding them.
that's pretty significant, man.
I don't see the trebuchets just yet. Try to target.
Kill,
the
dude!
target if
Shoot!
you can.
Oh my god, man. This guy's the worst shot I've ever seen in my life.
Another squad up face.
Oh, I see the trebuchets.
Okay, we got some trebuchet action.
Fire the trebuchets. Let's jump down and push on them. Everyone, jump down and push on them.
He's
unless
gonna
you're-
die horribly, man. I swear to God. Don't lead the way, man. Oh god. Never ever lead the way in the Zerg,
Kill the
man.
trebuchets if you can. Don't let them
Let
shoot
the
at
meatball
door.
heads and the noobs go in first, man. The cannon fodder, you know what I'm saying? Well, he's just going in with his camera super zoomed in, dude. Hit it! Hit it with your mace! Yes! Okay. He's doing any damage? I don't see any damage numbers. Trebuchets exploding and shit. Oh, wow, when you have like a little Dark Souls roll?
Destroy it.
Does that actually have dodge utility?
I think we got one down. Yes, you got it down. Good job.
Okay.
Nicely done.
There's still 3. Oh my god, they have 4 on the hill.
Okay, that's many trebuchets, man. Handle it, dude.
Try to kill the drivers.
So something I'm struggling to see right now is who an enemy is. Like, I can tell who his allies are, I think. They're just like the characters with white health, but
I see somebody up here. Envious.
do we see any enemies? Is that an enemy in there? Because he doesn't actually have like a red name or anything. He has like a green name, which is a little bit bizarre.
No. Oh no.
That blink looks so good, by the way. That's what we need, by the way, dude. We need abilities to be like that. They need to be fast and snappy and have instant impact, you know? Like, even that little fireball I'm kind of skeptical of, man. That little wind-up animation that you gotta do.
Asmund Goldbald. Get him.
Oh, is Asmongold actually... Oh, Asmongold is right there, man. Okay, well, he's gone now. Yeah, so the point I'm getting at is I'm kind of struggling to discern what an enemy looks like as opposed to an ally.
Oh no. Oh no.
See, he's getting the shit kicked out of him by this dude. Is it just the little crossed swords there above his head?
Mercies.
So enemy targets, they still have a white name above their head, but they just have like a little kind of red crossed swords symbol above their head. Which is fine. I'm a big fan of actual name bars above the head, though. You know what I'm saying? So you can kind of pick out a low health target among a group of like 8 or 9 players, just to try to execute targets quickly. I'm really hoping that they're going to have floating nameplates above targets' heads. That's something that they did not have in Elder Scrolls Online, and it was really... It didn't feel good, you know, when you're in like a 10v10 in Cyrodiil and you're all popping off and just throwing out abilities. It was really difficult to tell at a quick glance. Actually, did they have health bars in Cyrodiil if they got really close to you? I think maybe if they got really close to you, they got health bars, but... or maybe I'm just talking about my ass. Either which way, it's been a long time. But nameplates above heads. Red ones for enemies, blue or green ones for allies. I think that that's actually a must, so I really do hope that they implement that. Maybe something you can toggle on in the interface options already, and he just doesn't have it toggled on, but I do hope that that becomes a thing.
Oh, charge them. Don't let them sit out there. Charge.
Oh my god. Killed, you outnumber them completely. Happy little fireball and shit. It's doing like 70 damage, man. Look at the backpedal in action. Okay. Okay, yeah, so the defenders have like a little shield icon over their head. Which again, you know, that's fine. Okay, yeah, it's quite recognizable actually, who an enemy is and who an ally is, so...
He's going down.
Still, nameplate's always better, man.
To damage the gate with just their regular attacks too, not just the
Yes, their regular attacks and damage the gates.
They were sneaking us. They were trying to distract us.
I mean, this looks epic.
War machines.
Like, it's just like a kind of still shot of like a large-scale battle, you know? Of like a Zerg. I think this looks about as good as a Zerg can look, you know? Abilities and explosions going off everywhere. No frame rate drops, nothing like that.
Attackers are channeling the
they're
throne?
prone.
What?
Oh my god, they're being backstabbed.
We got this.
Fall back to the keep! Retreat!
Attackers rally to our...
What the fuck? They're back in the throne room, but there's like nobody there, dude. So who's taking the goddamn throne right now?
Alright, let's see where they are.
It's alpha action. Maybe someone's glitched and is like under the ground or something, you know?
At least a couple... Oh, it's down below. Got it. They are actually capturing it.
Okay, yeah. Looks like chaos down there, man. Go!
They're capturing it.
Mount animations look really nice as well,
See
man.
if we can rain down.
Oh, and you
fire
instantly
hell
dismount too. That's also positive. Yeah, look at these spell animations, man. That looks really cool. I mean, it's a lot of pretty lights. He didn't do any damage because he missed everything, but you know what I'm saying? Okay. Oh my god, he died horribly, dude.
That was not where I wanted to be.
Okay, dude. His spells did look very reactive. As soon as he was hitting buttons, he was kind of churning out spell after spell after spell, and that's good. They were doing kind of instant damage insofar as I could see. But it did look like he was kind of locked in animations for the whole time, man. And that's something to be concerned about. I'd rather just have... No, because how do you fix that, man? How do you fix that? Because you don't want everything to be moved while casting, right? I gotta admit, I also do like how quickly you both die and respawn. I don't like these goddamn games where it's like, man, it's almost impossible to die as long as you just kind of stay at the back. It looks like you just kind of get fucking blown up in this game if you get caught out, you know? Which is kind of good. I like that, as long as you're respawning in the same place. Again, I know I'm kind of rattling on a lot about Elder Scrolls and Cyrodiil, but it's because it's giving me very strong ESO vibes. Especially in the vastness of the map. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of run time between you and the battle. The keeps are kind of huge in scale. It takes you quite a while to run from one side to the other, you know? Elder Scrolls really took that to an extreme. This looks a little bit better. In Elder Scrolls, it's like, man, you died. Sometimes you're running for like 3, 4, 5 minutes just to fucking get back to the action, you know what I'm saying? Which was really not fun. Maybe things have changed since then. Again, it was a long time ago I played any ESO. It looks kind of similar in this game, but a little bit better, right? I do kind of feel like this game will be similar to ESO in that not dying is like the most crucial thing. So like, why would you ever jump down into combat? You know, it feels like these siege battles might end up just being mega ranged character reliant. kind of, you know, like unless you're a fucking melee being pocketed by like 15 healers or something, then it's just better just to sit up on the walls and throw range damage and ranged attacks and just back up as soon as anybody looks at you, just in case you die, you know. Which is a little bit of a shame. It's a little bit of a shame, you know. It would be kind of nice if there was more incentive for melees to kind of get in and get involved, but this is always an issue with Zegs in games, you know. You play something like Aldrich Valley or whatever in WoW, and you run into the Throng as a melee, even if you're being pocketed by like 3 or 4 people, you're just going to get fucking one-shotted. I don't know if that's really a design flaw. Man, it looks like they're gearing up for like a huge goddamn charge here. We've got some Pelennor Fields action brewing. I don't know if it's something that can be fixed. It's something that I think they should address, man. It's no fun when everyone else is having an amazing time playing ranged characters on siege battles, and then as a melee, you're just kind of standing there, throwing out like the odd range spell that you just happen to have on your action bar, but you can't really do much besides that. But yeah.
1 for Narnia!
Okay, man, it's fit to pop off, man. Oh my god, man. Don't die instantly, man. I want to see more of this. Look at the pretty colours, dude. You gotta at least respect the pretty colours in this game, man. Explosions going off everywhere. He's kind of just watching the combat more than actually partaking in it, but... Okay, casually fireballed behind himself. Very cool. Okay, let's see how quick he dies here, man. Horribly. Because he's right at the front now. He's getting dragged around and shit. By grapple hooks. Smack the fuck out of him, dude. Okay. See, it says that he's taking a lot of... Oh, he has 38,000 health. How the fuck does he have 38,000 health, dude?
Push into them.
That's why he's not dying, dude. Okay, man. So I was talking all this smack about melees not being able to do much, but... if there's some kind of a buff or whatever that gives you 38k health that I missed... or maybe like they killed one of the dragons and it gives you like this temporary huge surge in health. 38,000 seems a bit overkill if most people are hitting for like 200s and shit. Like, you're just never ever gonna die. But that's interesting, man. I totally missed whatever it was that gave him all of this health. But being able to run in with like 40k health as a fucking melee and most people are hitting like 100s and shit. That seems pretty goddamn cool. That's what I'm talking about, man. We want some Riders of Rohan action for the melees in the game, you know? And I can totally see how fun it could be to be like a bard in a battle like this, and you're just AoE buffing the shit out of everybody, you know? But let's actually check out some more of the combat, man. Now he's like really in the thick of it.
They don't know I have the strength of the gods behind me.
Okay. See, he's barely doing any damage, but he's living.
I feel like I'm on the battlefield with all these meteor explosions.
And yeah, that guy's right about that, man. All the goddamn explosions going off and stuff, it's like fucking artillery fire. And maybe that's what they were going for, you know? Because it definitely looks like that. Oh my goodness, it is.
And
He's not wrong.
as you all know, our strategy for castle sieges are intending to be 250 versus 250. And prior to
Wow.
this test,
250 versus 250 in the goddamn castle sieges? Holy shit.
players in this fight.
Actually wasn't too bad. It looks really, really good, man. So I think that so far, from what I can gather from this, the Zeg-style combat, I think that they have that down as good as you can really hope for, right? Oh my god, they're going to try to take the goddamn lava drake now, or whatever the hell this is. I think that the Zeg combat honestly looks really, really nice, man. Zeg combat is kind of the easiest style to kind of pull off, right? I think. As long as people aren't just getting one-shotted left and right, and as long as there isn't, you know, FPS drops and performance issues and stuff like that, then it looks really cool. So I think that they're doing well with that. We're getting some 1v1 combat right now, so there's knockdown effects. It doesn't look like there's diminishing return on those knockdowns. He's kind of getting spam stun-locked a little bit there, which is interesting. You want some DR action, man, surely, you know? You don't want to just be like stun-locked by 8 players over and over and over and over and over. That would kind of suck. His abilities don't feel very impactful. I will say that, man. But it's one of those things that's kind of hard to judge because it's like maybe his build is just really bad, you know? Because a lot of people are talking about, oh, you can do whatever you want in this game. The class design is really out there, you know? You can really shape the way that you want to play. Well, no, you can't, really. You can't really. Okay, if you actually want to compete in any serious way in the game, you're going to have to follow something like a meta. You know, if you don't follow it absolutely to the T and to the letter, then I'm sure you can still have some success. But for all we know, this guy's build is just absolutely abysmally awful. You know, okay, he's about to tank like an entire raid group right here, man. So let's see how he holds up. You know what I'm saying? Even with all of this health, he's just a fucking raid boss right now. See, okay, we had some lag right there, man.
They got me.
And you see that target is not in range. Target is not in range.
Sorry, I'm no longer on the front lines.
Even though it looked like he kind of was.
Who left their crown?
He's getting the shit beat out of him.
I'm coming. Slow walk.
Oh, he's fucked, man. He's fucked.
I just died.
Oh, I just died.
Okay, so I get the sense that he's playing some kind of tank build as well, because he had a lot of like slow tick AoE damage there too.
Oh, they're like breaking through the gate right now.
Oh, they're just ending it right here.
Should I wait until they see if they can actually break through the gate?
Yes.
They did. They broke through one of them.
Well, I think they're actually. Oh no, they're breaking down the inner keep gate.
So melee attacks actually break down the gates as well,
Okay,
man.
we'll just see if they. Oh no, it's falling apart.
Most of our forces are at their camp.
Okay, man. Okay, dude.
Yeah, they're
So this is
definitely
one of the
breaking through
epic
gate right now.
moments in siege battles that you're gonna get right, man. When the last gate comes down
I'm just gonna hold on.
and the horn of Helm Hammer Hand sounds from the deep, and it's like the final defense. You know what I'm saying? So I hope that they don't end the stream right here, man.
Yeah,
I want to see this,
Dropping
man.
AoE.
The gate is like
Wow.
getting torn apart right now.
Oh, so you can attack through the gate though. Ooh.
Oh no, I think you guys wiped them actually.
Come out.
Yes.
Because I dropped
Okay, man. That's
all
good.
over
That's
on the
good. That's
wall.
good. So again, comparing it to Elder Scrolls, because I'm just gonna fucking do that. But like whatever. An issue with Elder Scrolls is once you push back to the keep, you're basically kind of fucked, unless like short of a miracle, you know. Looks like it's over now, but you couldn't really do shit. Once they were on the final gate, you were just kind of waiting for them to break it down. Most people had already fucking left because it's like, well, we fucked, you know. Whereas in this game, you can actually attack straight through the gate, you know. It didn't look like the attackers could attack through the gate at you. Which is very, very interesting, man. That's a clean little advantage that you get while you're on defense, so that's really nice too, you know. You get like this final push where you're all forced into this little space, so you're all buffing the fuck out of each other, so honestly, design-wise, I'm really, really impressed at how these siege battles look, man. Considering that this is really early development, you know? We've got, like, side bosses that you can clear for buffs. We've got fucking siege weapons, but the siege weapons aren't the only path to victory. You can do, like, physical damage to the gates and attack the gates with your spells and stuff like that. So that's also really, really cool. Because, let's be real, siege weapons, dude. Siege weapons, man. Fuck siege weapons, you know. No one likes using... Who sits in a cannon in Isle of Conquest, you know what I'm saying? Nobody, man. Nobody. You want to play your goddamn character, right? Siege weapons are nice to have there if your character has fucking shit gear, and it's like, well, you want to be useful. Like, fair enough, you know? But otherwise, I'm glad to know that you're not required to sit your ass down in a fucking siege weapon if you don't want to. It looked like melees did okay in the Zergs as well, or at least once he had like that huge health buff, whatever the hell that came from. Maybe he was like elected as the general or the leader of the defense team or something. Maybe that's what did it. But yeah, the side objectives, the actual siege mechanics look really nice. The Zergs look nice. That was like 100 players on the map there, and nobody was lagging. Or maybe it was 100 v 100, so maybe it was 200. And there was no FPS drops and stuff like that. And I know that these are controlled settings in a way, so you can't trust everything that you see. And battles like this won't exactly play out like this. But I think mechanically speaking, these looked pretty fucking clean. In reality, what's actually going to happen is that you're going to have like a team of like 5 rogues, and they're going to go gank the fuck out of the other team while they're trying to do their dragon, and it's going to become the meta for the attacking team to always go for the poison drake or to always go for the fire drake or whatever, you know. So that's just going to get spammed in all chat and you follow the fucking Zerg, you know. So there's not going to be as much flexibility as they made it look like here. Where they all lined up at the front of the castle and they all charge each other, like, that's really never going to happen, you know. That's really realistically never going to happen. So there's that to kind of bear in mind too. And that's always going to be an issue with MMOs. And like I said about class design, I think that maybe his character just sucks for PvP because he was doing like no damage. He was dealing like 13 damage per swing. And I will say that the melee combat looked a little bit fucking clunky. It's always a problem if you're going to have like kind of live action combat where you're manually swinging your weapon, and just latency exists. Practically always going to exist, you know, at least in the present and in the at least near future, perhaps the distant future. So it looked a bit clunky. Not a big concern for me. Fuck playing melees. I never play melees anyway. I always either have a bow or some wizardry going on. So it's not really a huge concern for me, but it didn't look so hot. It didn't look so hot, man. It didn't look very responsive, you know, the melee combat. But yeah, going back to what I was originally saying with metas developing and stuff like that, it's always an issue too that, look man, if you're going to be the kind of character that's partaking in a lot of large-scale world PvP, the cookie-cutter builds, it's just going to be heavy AoE CC and heavy AoE damage, and that's really it. You're just going to be kind of spamming, you know, so I don't know what they can do to address that, besides having smaller scale sieges every now and again that are maybe more single target focused, having different layouts to different castles. I really hope that it's not just the same citadel that you're defending like over and over and over and over and over, because then it's just like, oh well, you know, it's a huge fucking map, the gates are huge, there's a lot of high ground. What do? Well, all you gotta fucking do, right, is be a goddamn spellcaster with a shitload of AoE damage. And that's it. You just dump the AoE on the gates as the enemy's coming in, and that's it. You know, that's the fucking meta, right? And maybe you send like a couple of tanks down there with like 8 healers. They hold them there, mass CC them, and everyone just fucking dumps damage like it's a PvE encounter. Something else they could do to help solve that is actually let the defenders maybe invest some kind of resource or pick and choose what siege weapons they get. So I'd really like to see things like siege towers, right? How fucking cool would that be, you know? Bunch of players have to sit in the bottom of the siege tower and it wheels itself along, and if it makes it to the wall without taking too much damage, because it's just like 4 or 5 siege towers rolling in, the trebuchets and stuff are cool, right? They'll do the job, but imagine having siege towers that you could roll in, and as soon as the fucking siege tower the drawbridge drops, you know, a bunch of rogues and warriors and shadow blades and battle mages and stuff, all the melees get to have their fun, jump onto the wall and just fucking shred all of the mages that have just spec'd into, or, you know, selected abilities for more AoE focused fights, so they just don't stand a chance once melees get a hold of them. That kind of thing, I think, is what they need to stop a very, very fixed meta from kind of developing, at least as much as they can, right? Because metas are always going to develop. Just to kind of touch on that as well, they didn't really talk about like the world or the map or the nodes system in this game, though I did, in this live stream. But I did allude to it a little bit at the beginning of the video, and even that system, I don't want to kid myself, you know, it's gonna be meta based. It's gonna be meta based, man. People are gonna figure out what the best capital cities are to have, period, you know, on every server. And I think we're gonna see a lot of servers that basically become made up of the same capital cities, you know, because some of them focus on wealth creation, some of them focus on PvP buffs, I think. But certain capital cities give certain kind of, I think they give certain like passive buffs and certain advantages over other capital cities. So depending on which one you as a server decide to level, you get certain perks, you know. Well, all that's going to naturally happen is there's going to be servers that naturally lean towards PvE centric capitals, and there's going to be servers that lean naturally towards PvP centered capitals. And those are going to be decided based on which quests are the easiest to complete in the area, because whenever you complete a quest, it grants experience to the node, or to the village, or to the town that you did the quest for, to help level it up. Whatever quest's the easiest, that's the fucking city that's going to get leveled up, you know? So that's what's going to happen with that. It kind of sucks. I hope I'm wrong. I hope that they find a way to kind of throw a wrench into the works with that and keep every server's world really unique and different. That'd be really, really cool as well. It looks like we've just lost the stream. Okay, never mind, it started up again. But yeah, that's that really. That was an interesting stream, man. That was good to see. Siege battles are something that are really, really tough to pull off. So it's good to see how those are coming along. I'm tentatively optimistic about how those looked. Not optimistic about melee combat. Not optimistic about melee combat. I'm hoping it was just his build. But, like I said, live action, PvP style combat in a multiplayer game, always going to be rough, especially if it's an MMO with 100 fucking players on the screen at one time, you know? The lag exists. But hey, that's my reaction to this gosh darn stream. I could stick around. I think that they're going to be showing off some art assets and stuff like that, but I think that this video's gone on long enough. We've seen enough, you know what I'm saying? So let me know what you guys think. What do you guys think? What are your plus points? Are you excited for Ashes? What moments in the stream, you know, really caught your eye as good or epic? What did you think, man? How did it make you feel? What concerns have you got for the game? What would you like to see them brush up on and polish a little bit more? I'd love to hear all about it, because like I said, this is a game that I'm interested in, very, very interested in, even if it is, you know, a couple of years away from release. It's just intriguing to see it kind of develop over time, and every stream it gets a little bit more polished. And it's really, really cool. So do let me know what you guys think. Cheers for watching, everybody. I am going to leave this right here. Let me know if you enjoyed this video and would like to see more kind of videos like this where we're following the development of new games. Maybe we can do something like this for New World news and stuff like that as well. But yeah, that's all from me, boys. Thanks for stopping by. Hope you all enjoyed this video, and I shall catch all of you guys just a tad bit later.